Okie dokie artichokes. We are on to part B, and I want to, let's see here. We're going to work a little differently, okay? Let me just make sure. Yes. So here, this is familiar. This is familiar. We did this in Minuet 1. So we did a long bow and then some jellos, long bow, jellos, long bow, jellos. So it starts familiar, and then we're going to do something very new. So this is a pattern, and when we have patterns that are kind of 3, we call it a sequence. So here we go. So if you hear it, this reminds me a little bit of Go Tell Aunt Rhody, because we have a blue, and then the very next 8th note repeats, and then we have a little scale down. So it's not exactly like Go Tell Aunt Rhody, but it has similarities. So here we go with our blue. So you hear it go down, right? I hope. Now we're at the tip, which means our next blue is going to take us to the frog. Okay, so starting back at the tip. So again, we're going to go down with our jellos, right? So we climbed up to an E, and then, so now we're at the frog, and we're going to do another blue, and it's going to take us to the tip. Now this one is always a little tricky, because we're going to cross over to the D string, right? So to the tip. So when we cross over to the D string for that G note, we got to remember to lift our elbow. One more time, C natural. Not only our right elbow, but our left elbow, so we can prepare for that 3 on the D string. All right, so let's put all of those together. Excellent. So we need to work on that, right? So I'll play it one more time. Ready? Now what's going to help in that is that we remember that we have a blue and then jellos, a blue and then jellos, a blue and then jellos. So if we can remember the rhythm, blue, jello, jello, blue, jello, jello, blue, jello, jello, or blue, jello, jello, blue, jello, jello, blue, jello, jello, then it'll help with our bow distribution. Okay, so pause, do what is necessary so that you will feel confident with what is going to come next, which is very, very new. And you're back. We are going to start on an F sharp. We started an F sharp at the tip. We're going to use our full bow. We're going to end in the middle. Okay, so let's try that again. Right there. Somewhere in our twinkle tape, if we still have that. Okay? Now, after practicing that, we're going to roll over to the A, and we're going to continue down bow. And we're going to slur 2 notes. The way we feel that is like a U. We're going to create a U with our bow. From the A to the D, we're going to create a U, starting from the pink. Well, my pink, whatever color you have as tape there. So A to the D, that was my U. So starting at the tip, we have our F sharp. Somewhere in that tape, we roll over to the A, and we're going to add a U with the bow from A to D. Okay, let's try that again. Ready, and roll to the A. Now, what we're going to add here is a traveling D, where we're just going to play some of it, and then we're going to travel to the frog, and we're going to play a B to the D, and travel again, like so. Okay, so we have our, from the middle, we're going to, I call those bells. So we have A to D, whoops, then B to D, yeah, so those are all quarter notes. I wouldn't say they're the opposite of the down, up, up, but they're a completely new bow stroke. And there's this U, right, from A to D, yeah, and then this bow travels so that we can go toward the frog and then use as much bow as we can. So starting at the tip again, halfway roll to the A, then get to the B on the A string, travel. That's like the newest of the new bow stroke ever. Okay. Yeah, like really new. And I was thinking we were going to be able to finish, but since this is like new of new, I think, oh, let's go ahead and do more. Okay, so I'll have to do like a marker at this time, which is just about 8 minutes, and where we finish this. So then we go to C natural, which I feel like we did this somewhere, didn't we? We did. So this is familiar. Yeah, so we just did like 2 lines. And then the next 2 lines, which finish this section, we already know because they're part of the first half. So you're good. You're good. Now let's go to the first half. And in the first half, we've previewed a lot. So we're going to do some 8th notes, where we're in the middle. That's the first set of 8th notes. And then of course, remember that one, right? So here we go again. Forgot to go all the way to the frog the last time. All right, so that's the first set of notes in the second half. Now, we're going to do the octave above. And so we're going to cross here to our high G. Remember, we hop over. Let's do that one again. Hop. One more time, we're in the middle. Hop. Excellent. The next set of measures starts the same, except remember that our quarter notes are a little different. Here we go. hop, roll. Oh, remember that? Here we go again. Hop, roll. Sort of like a little surprise. Okay, and then we have our pineapple, right, with that beautiful D sharp. Now from here, we're going to add our fourth finger. Rule. And you'll see more of it. We talked about it in perpetual motion. We use our fourth finger when we're going to stay on the A string or on whatever string we're on. But we play an open string when we're going to go to that string, right? So here, fourth finger, because we're going to play that D sharp again. Open, because we're going to play an F sharp. See, we follow the rules there. Let's try it again. D sharp, 4, open. Yeah, so fourth and then open again. Okay, now at this point I am going to stop the video. I have introduced all of the new material. We haven't played through the second part, but you have gone through all of the material. Hopefully, this may or may not take 1 or 2 weeks, depending on how consistent practice is and how detail-oriented your practice is, right? But of course, not that anything is crazy difficult, but it does need repetition. So have fun, lots of it, and then I will do yet another recording where we can play the second part all together. And then of course, if you can play the first part, then the second part, you're on your way. Congrats.